Alright, boys, we are back, and it's time for round 3, baby. That's right, the Western Conference Finals against the San Jose Sharks. So far, the playoffs, they've gone by pretty good. We haven't gone to a Game 7 yet. The last series against the St. Louis Blues, they did take us to 6, but it didn't matter. Irving came back in there, settled things down, all right? And once again, as soon as Irving got in there, they didn't have a game where they scored more than 2 goals, all right? Dubois, he played great in the first series, but I think it's unanimous. We've got to go with Irving going into the third round, all right? He's played 3 great games, and Dubois, for some reason, again, I have no clue. I was looking through your comments, and nobody knew either. Like, there was no injury. I don't know. It looked like he didn't even start the game because the first goal was scored on Irving in this game, right? We lost 2-1, so I have no clue why, but Irving is back in there for a reason, and we're going to run with him, all right? So, we got the San Jose Sharks in round 3 here, and I remember facing them in our third year. I think it was round 1. I think we were down 3-1 and we came back against them, all right? Now, I expect them to have a pretty good team. Now, this is year 5, so maybe guys like Thornton Marleau might have retired by now or maybe dwindled down. But, yeah, no, never mind. They're still very good players, all right? So, yeah, we got a tough series. Well, all right. Well, let's go through it line by line. First line, you got Patrick Marleau, 88 overall. Joe Thornton, 88 overall. And Ryan Clough, 82 overall. So it's a very good first line. It's the best first line we've run into in the playoffs this year. All right, Nashville didn't have any first liners. St. Louis arguably had maybe 1 or 2 first liners. All right, there's no doubt that the San Jose Sharks have 2 superstars there on the first line, Marleau and Thornton. All right, so power play, first line, these guys are going to be able to score goals better than the St. Louis Blues and Nashville Predators just because of those 2 players. Second line, Gagliardi, 81, Logan Couture, 87, and Shepard, 84. All right, Couture's looks like he's a first liner. Shepard is a perfect second liner. Gagliardi, he looks like he's more like a third liner, but it's not bad because they have that first liner in Couture as the center there. Third line, this is why I kind of took back what I was saying. They don't have any depth here. Look at this third line. Miller, 76, O'Brien, 74, and Livingston, 75. I mean, not bad, all right? They're not like rookies who are lower 70s or high 60s, but it's not like our third line destroys that third line. That's more of a fourth line. And then their fourth line is 72 Carnival, Allman, 73, and Belzile, 73 as well. So, you know, other than their 3 studs, Marleau, Thornton, and Couture, and I guess Shepard's not bad as well. Clough is kind of taking a hit. Their third and fourth line are absolutely ridiculous. So we should be able to score some goals on these guys, unless they have a really good defensive core, which, no, it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest, all right? So you got Vlasic, 86. He looks like he's a top 4. Brett Burns is definitely a top 2 defenseman. So they have a good defenseman there, 88 overall. Gilroy, 78. That's top 6 at the best. Demers, he's a top 4. All right, third line, Irwin, 74, and Belke, 72. I mean, those guys are maybe, Irwin is maybe pushing top 6, but, I mean, just pushing it. So, defensively, you know, you got to watch out for their power play. If they're going to score goals, it's going to be because they can stack up. Let's see what their power play looks like. Yeah, it's because they're going to stack up their power play. Look at their first line power play. Patrick Marleau, Joe Thornton, Logan Couture, Brett Burns, and Demers. All right, so I'm not saying that they won't be able to score goals, but they're not going to be getting many depth goals. You know, it's going to be all up to Marleau, Thornton, and Couture, basically, and Brett Burns. And so just watch out for the power play goals. All right, and goaltender, is it still Nemo? Yes, it's still Nemo. Ooh, they have Corey Schneider as well. Look at that. They must have signed, I think, was he a free agent? Was he a free agent last year? I think he was, right? So they got Nemo or Corey Schneider. So it doesn't matter who they start in the net. This is basically the same kind of goalie, and they're both starters. So they actually have a pretty good goaltender situation going on. So, you know, it's hard to say. Are they better than the last 2 teams? I think with Thornton and Marleau, it gives them an offensive boost. But defensively, they don't have depth. And when you don't have depth, you can get burned, right? So, I don't know. I think we should be able to steamroll through these guys. Again, look at their record. They're what the hell? Yeah, they're 41-41, basically, right? If you add in the overtime losses. So, I mean, 66 wins for us, 41 wins for them, 41-41 total. We should be able to beat these guys, no problem, right? Actually, one last thing. Let us just check, because Martin Havlat wasn't there. Joe Pavelski's on our team. I know they don't have him anymore, but let's just see if they had any injuries. All right, Blake Wheeler's gone for the playoffs. Krestanovich, he came back. Oh, yeah, we have to do the line changes. We got to get Krestanovich back in there. I got to remember that. And Ristolainen's coming back as well soon, so that's good. Griffin Reinhart and Blake Wheeler are both gone for the playoffs, all right? Go to San Jose. There you go. Yeah, okay, they have Martin Havlat who's injured, but he's coming back on May 20th, so it looks like he's only going to miss Maybe one game, maybe 2 games. So he'll definitely be back for game 3, it looks like. And Hurdle, I don't know how good this guy is. I can't check from here, all right? May 26th. So they could be getting a depth player back here in Hurdle and a first liner or a second liner in Martin Havlat, all right? So yeah, Havlat, they definitely need him back. Now hang on, I think I forgot to edit the lines in the last video. I think I deliberately waited to this video. Volkanen, Lysenko, yeah, okay. So I got to take out Lysenko now and put Krestanovich back in there. What's his name? Ristolainen. No, he's not ready yet. All right, so Lysenko, Krestanovich, you're getting in there. Yep. All right, so we're just going to leave Duncan Keith on the second line now. All right, we'll just insert our crappy defenseman. Not our crappy defenseman, but our worst defenseman on the lower lines. All right, so we're good to go. Now, Ristolainen is going to be back as well soon, so Ristolainen can come back and take over from Volkanen, and we won't really be missing Griffin Reinhart that much. I mean, he's a top 4 defenseman, but we still fill up our top 4 fairly nicely, all right? So here we go, boys. Enough stalling here. 3rd round, Western Conference Finals. Come on, we got to get back to those Stanley Cup Finals, all right, for the 3rd year in a row. Let's get off to a good start here, all right? First line, you guys have been doing great for the playoffs. Barchisi, Spezza, and Kane. Let's keep it up, all right? Here we go. First period. All right, there it is, Barchisi and Reinhardt. That's what I wanted. And they started Corey Schneider in there, okay? So, got to take advantage of this. Here we go. Second period. All right, there's another 2 goals. Shinkaruk and Sam Reinhardt again. So, Sam's got 2. Shinkaruk's got 1, and Barchisi's got the other, right? Yeah, so looking good. I don't think Irving's going to allow 4 goals in the 3rd period. It could happen, but Irving, there's 1 by Big Joe. Don't worry about it, Irving. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Joe Thornton, Patrick Marleau, Couture, and Havlat when he comes back, they're going to get points. All right, these guys had the better offense than St. Louis and Nashville. So I'm expecting some goals against. As long as we get, 4 or 5 goals a game, I'm fine with that. So game 1, fairly easy, all right. They got 1 goal back in the 3rd period, but that didn't matter. Leland Irving is back in the net, all right. 4th game in a row where he's allowed 2 goals or less, all right. That's why we got him. That's why we got him. Dubois, that one game where Dubois had 7 goals against. Remember, I didn't blame him for that game, but you don't see Irving allowing that kind of stuff. He hasn't played 8 games yet, though, so he has to still play a few games to tie Dubois in games played. So give him the benefit of the doubt for now. Rasmus Ristolainen, should I put him in? I mean, we won that game 5-1. You know what? I'm just going to let Ristolainen heal up a little bit. I'm sure he's still a little bit injured. All right, but we won that game 5-1 with Volkanen in there, so I don't want to change up anything right now. If we lose a game, then that's one change that we can go back to. But for right now, everything's working. We don't need to change anything. All right, so here we go. Game 2 on home ice again. Come on, let's take a stranglehold around this series. Already, here we go. First period. All right, they got one. Ryan Close stepped up. Salainen, though. 4th liner. There you go, Salainen. Thank you very much. Second period. There you go. There's another 2 goals. Joe Pavelski and our captain, Morgan Riley. All right, so, what's it called? Irving, you got the routine in place. Once again, can you go through the 3rd period without allowing 2 goals? Come on, it'd be nice to get a dagger for him, boys. Penalty kill, good job. Power play, get that dagger? No. Another power play. Man, that's our 3rd power play, no dagger. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because Leland Irving is the man. Again, another game, only 1 goal against, all right? Good job, Irving. We're not allowing a lot of shots either. It's kind of interesting, because I was thinking that the San Jose Sharks would have presented a more of an offensive challenge than St. Louis and Nashville, but it might be their depth, their lack of depth, all right? If Joe Thornton and Patrick Marleau don't score, who else is going to, right? There's really nobody on their 3rd or 4th line that is as good as our 3rd or 4th line, so I don't know. I may have overestimated these guys, but after 2 games, again, we've only allowed 2 goals, so I still don't want to put in Ristolainen just yet. Volkanen he's doing fine. Everything's clicking right now, so why? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as I always say. All right, so let's just keep going here. Traveling across, well, not across the country. We're already on the western coast, but we're going to San Jose, away. Let's just take a stranglehold. Let's end their hopes right now, all right? Let's not give them anything. First period. All right, they got 1. They started off again, but we tied it up, all right? So good job. Our offense is definitely working out for us this year in the playoffs. Everyone. I have no gripes about anybody offensively. Second period. All right, so there you go. We didn't get a goal, but don't worry about it. We can have a good 3rd period here. Come on, first line. This is where you can step up. Power play, don't get a goal. Come on, first line. You guys can step it up. Spezza, Kane, Barchisi. Penalty kill. Good job, boys. Power play. Yes! Shinkaruk on the power play. Come on, Irvin. Kill it off. Oh, there it is. Pavelski gets the dagger. Empty netter. Good job. Pavelski's had a great series against his old team. And Irving, 1 goal against again. All right, so there you go. All right, so the San Jose Sharks really didn't put up much of a battle. I mean, it's not over yet, but I don't see them winning 4 games in a row on us, all right? I don't see them winning 4 games in a row. It's just they don't have offense. I thought they did. They don't have depth offense. That's the problem, all right? I mean, we've had guys like Salanin score goals. Has our third line scored any goals? I think Galchenyuk had a few goals this series. So, yeah, Pavelski's getting goals on our second line, right? The only good player on their second line is Logan Couture. Shepard is not bad, but it doesn't compare to our team. Our team is just way better than the San Jose Sharks. And our defensive core as well. So I'm going to leave Volkanen in there because, again, 3 in a row right now, only 3 goals against. Whatever we're doing is working out for us right now. So let's not change anything. Let's just keep going. Let's end this, boys. Let's end this in 4 games so we don't have to worry about any injuries going into the Stanley Cup Finals, all right? Let's just quickly end this game. Here we go. First period. All right, they didn't allow when they're playing for their lives. They don't want to be embarrassed. The poor San Jose Sharks, they just cannot get past the 3rd round no matter what they do. Second period. All right, they won't allow a goal. They're playing hard. They're shut down defense right now. Come on, boys. Third period, penalty kill. Good job. There it is, Alex Galchenyuk. Yeah, he's had a really good series. I think that's his 3rd goal. Morgan Rielly, the captain, gives us that lead on the power play. Come on, Irving. It's all to you now. You got the routine in place. You got the routine in place. There it is. What an easy series. What an easy series. I think it was unanimous. Leland Irving was the right man for the job, all right? 4 goals, 4 wins, 3 goals against, all right? His goals against average is below 1 now. Oh, my God. Yeah, Leland Irving, great game. Niemi, great game as well. Wasn't your fault. It was the fact that San Jose Sharks, they've lost their scoring touch. All right, they just don't have it. Look at that, 4 games, 3 goals for. We had 5, 10, 13 goals in 4 games, averaging, 4 goals a game? Oh, no, 3 point something goals per game, all right? So, pretty good. Oh, Hunter Shinkruk's been injured for the next 6 weeks. Shinkruk's going to miss the finals again? This guy's missed the finals for the last 2 years. He's going to miss the final again 3rd year in a row. Oh, my God, Hunter Shinkruk. This guy just cannot do anything to lift the Stanley Cup. Oh, that sucks. So once again, we have to go to the finals, and Hunter Shinkruk's been injured with a fractured ankle. This guy gets injured in the most key times, man. Holy crap. Poor kid, 3 years in a row now. He gets injured in the conference finals, and he can't play in the finals. That's crazy. That's such bad luck. Oh, my God. All right, so I will just go replace this player for now. All right, I think that'll just put Lysenko on there. I'll change that in the next video. All right, so let's simulate up, see who we have in the final. Yeah, Shinkruk's gone for 6 weeks. Reinhardt's gone for... Shinkruk's gone, man. He's gone for the... There's no way he's coming back. There's no way. I was thinking that was good. You know, we finished it in 4 games. Maybe we could avoid an injury or 2 in the games 5, 6, or 7. But we got a major injury to a second liner in game 4 there. Man, this playoff run has not been good for us injury-wise. Blake Wheeler, Griffin Reinhardt, Ristolainen, Krestonovich, Shinkruk. All right, and we've only played, 14 games, and we've had all those freaking injuries. That's why I turned injuries off during the regular season, boys. It's just crazy. And I put my freaking medical staff up. Like, it's, holy crap, whatever. That's part of hockey, injuries. The poor guy, though, man. I feel sorry for him. You know what we can do? Hang on, I want to check something. Well, we got the, sorry, I forgot to say it. We got the Buffalo Sabres in the final, so that's going to be interesting. They look like they're a very good team, 54 wins, all right? They're probably the first-seeded team in the Eastern Conference, probably. All right, so before we check out the stats of everything, actually, no, we can check out the stats because I can check out, I want to check out the durability of Shinkruk just to see. Now, hang on. Player stats of the playoffs. There we go. Let's see who's doing what for us. All right, so hang on. I wonder what his durability is. Now, hang on. All right, so again, Shinkruk, man, we've lost our leading point scorer in the playoffs. All right, what's his durability? Where is it? Durability. His durability is 84. It's in the physical category in the bottom row, second column, middle column. All right, durability, it's 84. So it's just this poor guy. Look at his playoff stats. All right, the last few years. It's hard to tell, but like he got injured this year, he got injured that year, and he got injured this year. Did he come back last year for the last few games? I can't remember, but he's gone for this one. Poor guy, man. Barcheesi's a point a game, Pavelski's point a game. So Pavelski and Shinkruk were really tearing it up there in that second round. All right, Patrick Kane, point a game. Spezza, not really a point a game. They didn't really get too much done there in that series, but it didn't matter because we had depth scoring, which they didn't have. Sam Reinhart had a really good series. He jacked his points up. Morgan Rielly, 10 points in 14 games. All right, that's why he's our captain. Duncan Keats got 8 in 14. All right, Galchenyuk 8. Murray's got injured. Kirby, all right, yeah, we go down here. Kreider still has no points. He was our finals performer last year. And you know what? We brought him up to replace Shinkaruk, I think, last year. So he might get the same chance again this year. All right, let's check out defensemen. Yeah, okay, we already checked out defensemen. Goalies, all right, so here it is, boys. I mean, I think we can make a honest assumption now of which goalie is doing better in the playoffs. They've both played the exact same amount of games. Irving's goals against average is 1.11, all right? That is so low, it's ridiculous. Dubois, 2.28. I know it's really up there just because of his one game where he allowed 7 goals. I realize that, all right? But the fact is, Irving played the exact same amount of games and didn't allow a game where he allowed more than 2 goals, all right? Every game he's played, in every one of the 8 games Irving has played, he's allowed 2 or less. He's never had a game yet where he's allowed 3 goals, which is a feat in itself, all right? Dubois is 5-1, Irving is 7-1. Save percentage, Irving is 95.45 compared to Dubois 91.75. So this is not even up for discussion. Going into the finals, Irving is our starter, all right? And it's not even like if he has one bad game, I'm going right back to Irving. I will go to Dubois if like things go really bad for him, but I don't think it's even up for discussion. All right, I think everyone has to agree Irving is the better goalie right now. He's our playoff performer, man. I didn't mean to go to awards. He's just getting it done. Whenever we bring him to the playoffs, we go to the finals. It's just how it is. All right, so we beat the San Jose Sharks in, damn, look, we had a really easy run to the playoffs. The 8-seeded Nashville Predators, the 7-seeded St. Louis Blues, and then the 6-seeded San Jose Sharks. But now we have to face the 1st-seeded Buffalo Sabres. So, looks like Ryan Miller's going to come to town. Another really good goalie, all right? So, there you go, boys. Stanley Cup Finals, Calgary versus Buffalo, and that's coming out tomorrow. No Hunter Shinkaruk, poor little kid, but doesn't matter, right? He will be there with us in heart. He'll be cheering us on, and I hope you guys cheer us on as well. The last series for the Calgary Flames GM Mode commentary is coming up tomorrow. I hope to see you guys there.